A significant portion of the War of 1812 was fought at sea. Which side had the upper hand in this contest? What notable battles occurred? The Royal Navy had dominated the oceans of the world for hundreds of years. At the outset of the War of 1812, the Royal Navy had over 600 vessels, with at least 85 in American waters. By comparison, the fledgling United States Navy, which had not existed for even 20 years, had only 22 ships. With the war only about 2 months old, the USS Constitution faced off against the HMS Guerrier. The two ships sighted each other at approximately 2 o'clock in the afternoon on August 19, 1812. The Guerrier, under the command of James Richard Dacres, opened fire on the Constitution. However, these shots had little effect. Due to the Constitution's sturdy construction, crew members noted that cannonballs appeared to be bouncing off of her sides. One crew member supposedly remarked, "Huzzah! Her sides are made of iron." This led to the USS Constitution being known as Old Ironsides, a nickname which has endured for more than 200 years. The two ships exchanged broadsides at close range, and after 15 minutes, the Guerrier had become a drifting, unsalvageable hulk. The captain of the Constitution, Isaac Hull, accepted the surrender of the Guerrier. Her crew was brought aboard the Constitution, and the wounded were treated. Initially, Hull had wanted to bring the Guerrier to America as a prize, but it quickly became evident that it could not be salvaged. The ship was set on fire and destroyed. The USS Constitution's victory over the HMS Guerrier was largely insignificant in terms of the outcome of the war. However, it became a turning point in American history. When the American public learned of this victory, patriotism and support for the war swelled to new heights. Early ground campaigns in Canada had not been successful, and morale towards the war effort was waning. With the Constitution's success, Americans began to believe the war could be won. Also, the young United States Navy had earned its first real victory over the seemingly invincible Royal Navy. Additional victories at sea soon followed. Captain Stephen Decatur, in command of the USS United States, captured the British frigate, the HMS Macedonian, on October 25th. The Constitution claimed another victory on December 29th, defeating the HMS Java. The American ships Hornet, Wasp, Peacock, Frolic, and Enterprise also proved victorious in battle. The string of American victories ended on June 1, 1813. The USS Chesapeake, captained by James Lawrence, faced off against the HMS Shannon under the command of Philip Broke in Boston Harbor. The two ships opened fire on each other at close range, with the crew of the Shannon boarding the Chesapeake and fighting in hand-to-hand combat. During the melee, Captain Lawrence was fatally wounded. Before his death, he famously yelled, "Tell the men to fire faster! Don't give up the ship!" In a bloody battle that lasted only 15 minutes, the Shannon had 23 dead crew members with another 56 wounded. The Chesapeake had 48 dead and 99 wounded. The Chesapeake was taken as a prize and renamed the HMS Chesapeake. The loss of the Chesapeake was a humiliating defeat for the U.S. Navy and damaged public support for the war. However, Captain Lawrence's dying words of "Don't give up the ship" became a popular rallying cry and motto for the United States Navy, and remains so to this day.